It is Sunday night. Herald of Rain. Nathan has some quick announcements.
Blankets and tea.
Well, if you enjoy our chaos as much as we enjoy having it, then please give us a follow. It helps out greatly. Down below, you'll find links to our Discord, YouTube, Danneskjold's TikTok, Booty's Twitch, and Springer's Knives. Our Discord's free and open to everybody. We'd love to see you there. If you want to come in and lurk and just get our announcements, that's fine. If you want to come in and hang out, go for it. We'd love to see you there. Our YouTube, we put up replays of our sessions, usually 2 days after the fact. And we're getting into YouTube Shorts. On Astro's TikTok, he does a variety of different videos, and he's also branching out into some more types, from short form to some live stuff. I think you'd enjoy them. Go give them a watch. On Booty's Booty's Twitch, he streams once or twice a week, and he's always friendly and engaged with the chat, and great to hang out and chill with. If you like us here, you'd like him over there. And our buddy here, Springer, makes knives on the side. I have one myself. It cuts beautifully. I love it. You can go online and see what's available at the moment, and he'll work with you through the whole process, and you can customize everything. Right now, we are getting ready to jump into our Empires of the Silk Road campaign. And then, not this Tuesday, but this Wednesday, we'll be coming back into our Rise of the Everchosen. And I don't believe I have anything else on the moment, so back to you.
I think we started at... Is it Ibn Sina?
Yep.
Oh, fuck, I got it. Okay. We started at his place. And then we decided we wanted to check out where all the boxes had gone, because we thought that the plague was spread by the boxes. So we went to the place, like the thievy place, and they were no longer there. And we were like, oh right, they were at the orphanage all dead. So then we went to the school, and there was a lot of plague in there, but they wouldn't let us in or talk to them because plague. And then Nicomund was like, oh, we need to just like leave. And I'm like, but we need to talk to the ladies at the candle place, because 1, they're my friends, and 2, we want to just like confirm everything about the plague. And so when we went there, it wasn't plague there, because their instruction was to put it and open it in a location that was populated. And when they opened it, there was nothing in the box. And so they were kind of shocked. And then when I told them about the whole plague thing, she told me about a guy known as the Alchemist, and that he was probably the one that told her about this thing. They were just kind of paid. And so then we're like, okay, great. So we went by the bazaar, and there was lots of butterflies. So then we went to Ibn Sina's house again and told him about everything we had learned from the candle ladies and the other 2 places. And we talked to jackass that I don't like, and I can't remember his name today.
Aslan.
Thank you, Aslan. And so when he found out that the boxes were what caused the plague, he was freaking out, so he wanted to split. So then we're like, well, we need to get out of the city, because we need to go to the metropolis, or the necropolis, because we need to find where the plague butterflies are going. And so we made a deal with him that if we got there by nightfall, then he would help us through. But we went to the chief or mayor, or whatever his name, whatever he is. Governor, thank you, to see about getting a pass so that we could go in and out of the city. And we managed to do that because Derek is a silver tongue. And so then we got that. We went to the necropolis, discovered a secret door in the broken down tower.
Tower,
and then
sure.
Yeah, well, it was like a guard tower.
Yeah, it was.
And now we are at this location where we found the alchemist, and he's got some tainted people. I'm not going to say anything bad. Fine. And we've been fighting him, and he is still alive, but very injured. And there's this, like, glowy blue lanterny thing that
Mhm.
does something when you enter it. We don't know what, because
As far as you know, when
Hakim.
the invisible Nicomund came near it, he suddenly turned visible. But
Oh, okay.
that's about it.
Yeah, and Hakim had to do a check, and he succeeded, so we didn't really get any information off of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Perfect. Where the last we left off was Sefir's death rattle as he sort of slumped from the last scorching ray inflicted by Fenric.
He's still
Fenrir?
alive, though, right?
Fenric.
Fenric.
Benrick.
The guy's still alive, though, right?
He took several bolts, and the last one entered his face.
Oh,
He is
okay.
not
never
very
mind.
live currently.
It did burn his face. As your turn ends, Fenric, unless there's anything else you want to do.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. As your turn ends, there is a strangeness in the air as you watch Fenric's as you watch Sefir's slumped over body. There is something happening around the air, and your eye sort of tingles with a familiar itch. Magic is afoot. As you guys watch, the heat in the room seems to rise a little bit, almost as if flames, and glowing orange light starts to form some sort of rune. Line just stretches, connecting into some sort of arcane sigil centered around the broken fountain in the center. Looking a little bit like this. As the heat in the room rises, you notice his fingers stretched out towards you, Fenric, begins to twitch as he sort of shudders and levitates above the ground just a little bit. You see points of light extending from him, the center of his chest, towards the remaining risen ones around you that are still currently alive. And you watch as one by one they fall lifeless.
He's summoning a demon.
Guys, I just
Let
want
me
to say
check.
Fox is an amazing DM who would never do anything to really hurt us.
You watch
As I see
as
this,
the
Fenric
lights...
is just... Yeah, sorry. As
Go
I
for it.
see this, Fenric is just freaking out. Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off! Except,
You
in
watch-
the accent.
As these threads sort of connect, these risen tainted ones die, and he sort of seems to get a little bit of life, a little bit of blood back into him. He that's healing, thank you very much. You see as he levitates, and as it comes to an end, within 6 seconds, his feet just gently touch the ground, and he looks up at you, and he says, "You didn't think that death would be the end, did you? I have assassins in my
Typically
tail.
is.
You are but pest keepers. I have faced larger foes than you. I will not be bested so easily."
I would hope so. I am on the smaller stature.
Let my mans talk, okay? As he does that,
He wants to monologue.
that is where the lair action ends. Next will be your turn, Aryun.
Oh, sweet. He can see me, can't he?
Oh, yeah.
Can you unpause it, please?
There you go. Sorry.
Thank you kindly. Okay. So he can see me. Okay,
As
Kat, you're
you-
in the way.
Sort of contemplate what you want to do. I will say, as the magic sort of transfers, you do realize this is a rather complicated sort of arcane ritual. And the very air around you starts to tremble as if the world is fighting against it as it happens.
Okay. So where is my mask? I need to see. Sorry, I just want to
Go for it.
see.
It should be in your features, I believe.
Yeah, it is. I just want to see what the range is. Health check? It does not give me a range? Interesting. Alright.
What are you looking
Then...
for?
Oh, just for my, like, fear and shit. Okay, so I'm going to shoot him twice.
Mhm.
I can't remember. Did I have him vexed? I'll just say
Yeah. I do believe you're aiming for the risen ones more than you're aiming for him specifically.
Right. Okay. So, are we tracking arrows?
I wouldn't worry too much about it. If it says consume, just consume it.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Natural 20.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm going to see if I get a better roll on the D6.
Mm-hmm.
I get the same roll on the D6. So 13 points of damage, and then I want him to make a... Crap. Oh shit. No. Go away. I was just looking at it, too. I want him to make a wisdom save throw. Let me see.
Okie dokie.
I can click it. Just a second.
I believe in you.
There we go.
Okay. He does not make it. He rolled a 7.
Okay.
So he
Then-
is now scared.
He is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Mhm.
And then I think that's the last use of that, maybe? Don't know if I've used that. Anyway. And then I'm going to attack him again. And this time I have advantage because... Oops.
Of Vex.
Of Vex. 19. Go away.
That's gonna hit.
Oof. 5 points damage on that one.
Okay.
Action, bonus action. I'm going to act. Nope, I've already action surged. Never mind. That's it.
You see, he sort of takes the 2 hits, but it's as if the pain doesn't register to him. There's something weird about his manner. Before your turn, Derek, he's gonna use his legendary action. Thank you very much. You see,
I'm
he
agree
sort
to
of
this.
looks. You didn't agree to this?
I don't agree to this.
Aw. Anyways.
I cast the monk spell Nope.
You see, he sort of looks at where you are and he takes something out from beneath his coat, a bright yellow potion, it seems almost, and he just chugs it. With his legendary action. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You see, he seems to almost vibrate in front of you, as he seems a lot more quick in his actions. So there you go, Derek. Your turn.
Almost like he took a potion of haste.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Well, let's try and do my thing.
Manually apply that effect. God damn it.
I want to be unsettling to him.
Mm-hmm.
I should still have light on me, right? You didn't drop that. Or it's not
You have it on
concentration.
you? Okay.
Derek cast it on a coin that he gave to me. Oh, or did I throw that?
You threw that. That's why there's a... Do you want...
No, because that's from the fire.
No, I don't think you didn't throw it. No.
Okay, we'll say it's on you. There you go.
Thank you.
So he takes a -4 to his next save. Got it.
Uh-huh. And I am going to say to him, "Hey, assbutt, your mum smells like elderberries."
Ass butt. Prone and incapacitated. Okay. He is going to use his legendary resistance on that. And I remember my freaking rules that I've written this time properly because I read them. This is a level 1 spell. So the homebrew rule that I have is that for using legendary resistance, it costs the person some health. And it's 5 health for each spell level. So level 1 to resist that would be 5. So you see for a second, as many hit points as he has. So this costs him 5 hit points. You see,
Oh,
he
that's
sort of seems to hit.
that's. Can we do that shit too?
You don't have legendary resistances.
No, but that's OP.
All right.
For 5?
Whew.
Just a little bit.
Unlimited.
I mean, I suppose
unlimited. It's the unlimited.
It's as many hit points as he has. Each time it
No,
costs
I
him
know.
life.
I know. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that effectively makes me do nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right, I'm gonna go hide.
okay.
Hey, if you guys don't like the mechanic, I can switch it out next time.
That's
no,
good.
just roll with it. We'll see how it goes.
The runes are coming from the fountain, right? Or is it just the runes are on the floor around the fountain?
It is as if the tomb itself is humming with the magic as soon as it activated. You think it might be some sort of inbuilt mechanism that he perverted or something.
To the tomb, but not the fountain.
No. The fountain
Okay.
is a center point, that's all.
All right. Well then, Nicomund's going to be the first one to run around the fountain and enter this area.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen when I enter?
You entered the radius of the light again. So I would say make me a dexterity DC 13 saving throw if you want to pop this up.
I'm going to roll this at advantage.
May I ask why?
Because I'm using lucky.
Perfect. That saves. So you won't take any effects.
All right, and as I round the corner on the fountain, Nicomund's going to reach out and doing the proper somatic hand movement. He's going to cast Hellfire at Sefir.
Okay.
A DC 16
messing.
saving throw.
Okay. Remember to target before you do that, but for now, let's see.
Yeah, I targeted.
Strange. Okay. He rolled a 17 total.
Did you roll the damage for it?
No, I hadn't.
Roll the damage first, and then it comes through.
Oh, well, he saved, so there's no damage at all.
Yeah, but when you roll it, it prompts her to roll the save for the NPC.
Got it. Next time. Well, anyway,
Yep, just remember it next time.
it skips off the fountain and misses. And Nicomund's just going to finish his run up.
All
Be right next to him. And that is Nicomund's turn.
As your turn ends, he's going to use his second and last legendary action to do another potion, because it's looking rough. You see this one has a familiar red tinge to it, but it appears this is the last of it, whatever he's carrying on him. Oh god, okay, manually. Be right with you. Visibly, you see his wound sort of heal up as he chugs this potion.
Whoa.
Chunky.
Actually, I have a question that I forgot to ask.
Yes, dear.
I am poisoned. Do I get another save
Mhm.
against that poison?
At the end of your turn, yes. Go ahead and roll me a con
Okay.
save. Not too high, it's DC 13.
Okay. I don't have very good con.
Yeah, you're still poisoned. Alright, his legendary action is over. Hakim.
Can I run across this, or is that a...
You have fairly good decks. You can run across it.
collides with a wall?
Oh, brother.
Okay, well,
Give me a
Here's-
second. Give me a second.
here's what we're
Give me a
gonna
second.
do.
I'll remove it. Okay, go for it.
Parkour! I'm gonna get... Can I get... That's yellow. So, we're gonna take some attacks.
As you enter the lantern again, just make me a deck save.
Yeah.
DC 13. Ooh, meets it. Good job.
Alright. First Yatagon attack. 24 hits.
Let me see something. 24. That would be useless. Yes, that hits. Go for it.
6 damage. Attack number 2. Uh, 21.
No, he's not going to use that either. Okay, hit. Math. I have to math. 7. Yep.
7 damage.
Describe a little bit what you're doing to him.
So, Hakim comes up, kind of wary because he thought this guy was dead, and this guy's back now. And now he is just trying to carve into the center with a quick series of cuts, like straight into the center of the torso. Try to flay him open and see if his heart's still beating.
Okay.
And if that doesn't, since that hasn't killed him yet, we will flurry of blows with my last focus point.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just trying to punch through his ribcage and rip that heart out. 25
25 hits.
for 9 damage.
Mhm.
And then the other flurry of blows attack.
Gosh, monks are so annoying. Is this how I was?
Hey, I tried to get
Okay.
him to do
Last
daggers with weapon mastery, so he gets 5 attacks in a turn.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does not hit because you see as you reach out to grapple him, he finally is able to move fast enough to activate the shield. That shouldn't hit, but yes, he is shielded. Thank you very much.
And my turn.
Measure template. Give a second.
Munchie. God,
That
I've
sounded
got
like
the
the-
munchies.
That sounded like the ultimate satisfaction right there.
Yeah.
What?
It's like, shield. Yeah.
Finally, shield is on my side.
Yeah, his AC was so low that you keep hitting him even if he would have shielded, so I wasn't gonna waste it. Okay, Fenric, it's your turn.
I'm going to scoot forward a little bit, and being wild magic sorcerer, I keep forgetting to roll for spontaneously doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want me to just like catch up with it, or what do you?
Do your turn first, and then we'll roll afterwards.
Okay. Then I'm going to target him with. Where was it? A Witch Bolt, and I'm going to burn Tides of Chaos for advantage.
Okay. Witch Bolt is a level spell?
Yes. There is a plan.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, cast da 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 da. With a 24 to hit.
That'll go past the shield. Wait, is he even hasted? Did the haste apply his...
Ooh, solid damage. For 22 damage on that.
Okay, let me just check if the haste is applying his AC, because
Sure.
I don't know if it is. His AC is flat 16. It should be 18. What's 18 plus 5?
23.
23.
Yeah, that would still hit. Okay, apply the damage. Ugh. That is a solid blow. Do you want to describe what it looks like?
So as Fenric starts running out of the shadows to get a little bit of a better angle on him, he's just going to make a quick motion and just shout lightning, and a bolt, as a bolt of lightning flings from his sling and seems to attach to him, and then connects, arcing like like the mini Tesla towers. How the bolts like arc and flow and move. Yeah, it connects like that, and there's 2 points that seem to always want to stick.
Okie dokie. Anything else?
And
Your wild magic.
yes, wild magic, and then also, since I used Tides of Chaos and then used a spell, that means it automatically happens once.
Okay. In that case, do you remember how to roll the wild magic from the table? There you
I
go.
just roll a d100 and make it happen. Or no, if I actually hit it, it actually has a roll for surge. We'll see. No, that's done. Never mind. I just have to roll a d100 and we have to figure it out.
Remember it's on the... or that.
So what?
It pops up in the chat window.
Yeah, I see that, but at the bottom it just gives me a roll for surge change, and then that's just it wants to roll a d20 to see if the surge happens, and then it has a button for measure template. I don't see a button here for actually rolling on the table.
There
itself.
is... I gave you access on the rollable tables to the wild magic surge table, so you could just roll it from there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. This one particularly, 78. I'm just gonna copy paste this. A random creature within 60 feet of you has the poison condition for 1d4 hours. How many creatures are within 60 feet of you?
That is like one of the only like 4 or 5 actually crappy ones.
All of us.
4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of you, right? Including Tequani. Okay, roll me 1d6. Fenric.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arian, you are now poisoned. And roll me a d4.
Dang it.
Thank you, RN Jesus, for not picking me.
D4
You
for
suck.
1. For 1 hour.
For 1 hour. Okay. Do you want to describe how this magic surge looks like, or do you want me to?
I'll let you.
Okay. As you manipulate magic in this circle, there is almost like a wave that extends from around you. As you manipulate magic, the air itself seems to distort. And in particular, Arian, when that wave hits you, you feel nausea coming up. A little bit of dizziness, almost like a migraine starting to build up. And that affects how you move, how you feel.
I throw up a little bit in my mouth and then swallow it. And then
Gross.
throw up again and spit it out. Because I accidentally swallowed throw up.
Okay. Fenric, anything else?
Do you want me to catch up on the other spell casts?
No, just one for now.
Okay.
Next time, please remember. End your turn.
Yeah, I think that's everything I have for the moment. Actually, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow it up with a bonus action quicken spell, Sorcerer's Burst.
Of course you are.
Yep, quicken spell and Sorcerer's Burst.
That does not hit. I know it says it hits, but it doesn't hit. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't want to apply it to his AC. Shit.
Yeah, his AC is much higher. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay, time for the lair action. You see, with so much magic, high level magic, especially occurring in this area, there's almost that heat seems to crackle. And I'm going to do magical backlash. Does anybody feel like rolling today? Anybody feeling
Sure.
particularly lucky?
I will.
No, you. Okay, Arian, roll me a d10.
A 10. It's either really good or really bad.
I Fox's face, you're not allowed to roll anymore today for the group.
Okay, let me read to you what happens. The effect is called Aura of Nightmare. It's one of the destructive effects of a magical backlash. A voice from the apocalypse reaches out from the depths with a vision of terror. Each creature within 120 feet of the caster must succeed with the DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they see random visions and hallucinations, and whenever they attempt a long rest, they have to succeed at DC 10 Wisdom saving throw, or they won't benefit from a long rest as their sleep is haunted by terrible nightmares. All right.
For how
I want to
long?
need everybody. I would just say for 1 day. Or do you want me to roll to find that out?
I mean, roll to find it out since you brought it up. Let's really gamble if
3 days.
Perfect.
3 days. Aura of Nightmare.
I'm
Well,
just
fuck.
imagining. I'm just
Actually, let me
imagining
just
that-
request the roll for you guys. How about that?
When this goes off, in my head it's just this thing opens up, Othira pokes her head through.
That would be funny. Also, I don't think he's on the tracker anymore.
It's... God damn it. He's not?
because he died.
Yeah.
I put him on the tracker just now and made sure he was at the right place. Okay, give me a second. Just a little bit of technical details. He should be at about a 13, I think. There we go. And that wisdom saving throw, I requested to the wrong thing. Players. 15. Derek, I'll pretend I didn't see that, okay?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Tekwani's protected because the GM doesn't want to give a puppy nightmares.
Thank you.
Well,
17.
Nope, it's worse.
Okay, so the only people who failed are Derek and Fenric. I will remember this.
See, I create fear. I do not fear.
All of you, as this sort of heat distorts in front of you, you see a sort of darkness just seem to seep out of the very air and curl around you, whispering into your ears. Some of you are able to shake it off, but for Derek and Fenric, it takes root in your heart, and it's almost like you have a palpitating, like a heart palpitation that's going on, like you on the verge of anxiety. But that is the lair action. Arian.
Okay. I am going to shoot him twice. He is still
Shielded,
frightened.
so his AC should... yes, he is frightened. 16 plus 5.
I have advantage from Vex, but I'm poisoned, so I'm just rolling straight.
You just need to beat a 23 AC.
Yeah, I can do that.
Listen, man, he's not looking very good. He's hanging on by a thread.
Alright, well that didn't work. So now I'm at disadvantage because I feel like I'm going to vomit. Fenric, you need to stop with the magic. Magic's bad. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Derek.
Peek my head around a corner.
Actually, should I do his legendary action? Okay, you do yours first.
Why not?
After your turn, you'll take... After Derek, because I don't want to harsh his blow again.
You're too nice as a DM.
Be -6 on this motherfucker.
Okay.
Nice. Motherfucker.
And Dissonant Whispers at level 2.
Roll that damage so I can roll for him. He saved, but even with half damage, how do you want to do this?
Oh, nice.
He had 6 hit points.
Just steps around the corner. It says, you should die now. And
You see,
smiles,
as the
nods, and keels
whispers
over.
takes root, like his capillaries and his eyes seem to burst. As it sort of settles in as he slumps to the floor, this time unmoving, as the glow of the sigils slowly pulses and subsides, seemingly now inert. Peace falls upon the tomb once more, as the distortions sort of stop. And
Sorry.
As the lantern sort of slips from his hand and just sort of rolls on the floor away from him. Let me just edit some things. Give him defeated. There you go. All right. Boop. The lantern light seems to blink out. What do you want to do?
I am going to go sit down by the fire with my dog. As I put my head in my hands, and I'm very upset with a Fenric.
Oh dear.
I'm going
good.
to touch myself. With cure wounds. With cure wounds.
No. We need to get like a little soundbite of that song. What is that song?
No.
So we
No,
can
we're
like
gonna get
every time
copyrighted.
someone says that, just like put it in the chat.
Wait, how did I
So
just
he's
get
gonna-
healed?
Nicomund's standing on the fountain. Just look around and say, "Is it over? What now?"
We need to get his body back to Ivancina. Ivancina? Fuck.
I
Even
would like
Cena.
to start hacking his limbs off.
Okay.
For transport.
Just straight up. Okay. Roll me athletics. So you're just gonna bring his body back to Ivancina, the medical guy, in pieces.
Yeah. I have proficiency with medicine, so could I do it, like, with medicine? As in, I'm carefully cutting the body at the joints?
I will allow it.
Dude,
Awesome.
do you know how hard it is to cut through a joint?
I do.
Also, you might want to search his body before you start hacking him to pieces.
He has buckets. That's not Hakeem. I don't know what that was, but that's a 26. And I will check his pockets as I do it.
Okay. With the 26, it takes you some time to do that, but as you check his pockets, you find one dagger in a familiar shape, this one a little bit more elaborate than the one that you currently hold, and you find a lantern along with a set of studded leather armor.
Does the studded leather armor look like it's fancy?
For his garb, it's actually rather quite beat up. He seems like, for someone who's known as Alchemist, Prodigy, and whatnot, it seems his clothes are like they've seen a lot.
Can I call dibs on that studded leather armor?
Sure, I'll put it in your sheet. As
Nicomund
you're
will-
looking,
If it's not magic, then yes. If it's magic, we're gonna fight about it.
it's not magic.
Then yeah.
Hakim, as you look over his body, there are certain strange, like signs, spots on his body, as if some sort of thing left in effect that you're not able to place, even with your 26.
Can
I would like to use the fine ropes given to me by Adem and the rope that I have and tie all of the pieces together into a sack for me to carry after the blood stops dripping.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
it.
might want to drain him first. Put the blood in the well, or in the fountain.
The rats will clean it up later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I look around with my slate of the Gahib?
Nicomund's going to do the
Yes.
same, but he's going to climb up to the top of the fountain and carefully do an orbit around the room,
Gotcha.
looking for the butterflies, seeing if anything funny is happening in the ethereal realm.
Gotcha. Does anybody pick up the lantern and/or dagger?
Yeah, I'll pick up both of those for now.
Okay, put them in your sheet.
I'm interested to see what the lantern does. We
There
should
you go.
also check out the altar at the northern side and the table at the northern side. Or we could just, like, search the whole fucking room.
Okay, one at a time. Who's doing what?
Nicomund's standing on top of the fountain, and
Mhm.
with sight of the guy, just doing a whole circle around the room, just looking from up there.
Okay, as you look from up there, there is again the familiar sight of those flowers that you've seen, those ethereal flowers of the corpses, coming from this one, as well as 4 in the corner on the right-hand side, which you're able to see with your dark vision. There are some what looks like writings and scribblings on a desk behind the sarcophagus, a bag of sorts, some chemicals and liquids that seem to emit a very faint, maybe magical aura coming from that sarcophagus, the top of the sarcophagus with the corpse on it. Who's next?
But do I see any of the butterflies, or have they all disappeared? Or
You do see the butterflies around. They're very calm, it appears. Some of them have fled from the disturbance in, like, with the lair action and stuff happening. Some of them have fled out through the entrance, but most of them are just still floating around.
Can I start slowly sifting through, like, anything that's on the altar and the table?
Sure.
And I have the sight up.
Okie dokie.
I can... yeah, never mind. Can I do perception?
Sure. Or investigation, up to you.
Yep, no, I would much prefer perception. If I'm poisoned, is ability checks also at disadvantage?
Yes.
I am going to... Just a second. I'm going to use a second wind to use tactical mind.
Mhm.
Use ability.
What does that do?
So I can push myself to add a d10 to my roll.
Okay. 13? All right.
Yeah.
With 13, you find some letters, some journals, a couple of what looks like alchemical reagents, something that smells like chemicals to you. You do not have particular expertise with that, so you're not sure exactly what it is. There's some surgical tools that can be found, a locked chest, and what looks like a backpack of sorts.
Oh, can I look in the backpack?
Sure. Inside the backpack, you find a couple of clothes that are sort of rough and tattered, as well as... roll me 1d10. You find 6 precious gems worth up to a total of 60 gold, so 10 gold per gem.
Nice. So 6 10 gold piece gems.
As you glance over to...
And journals and stuff.
Yeah, journals and stuff.
Derek, could you
Yeah?
open this chest?
Everyone's just always assuming I can do things.
Well, I can't.
Sure, I'll try.
Nicomund, just staring at the body, is going to say, "Do you think this is Zal?"
$27.
As you're unlocking, you notice a trap has been set up with some sort of poison gas, and you're able to dexterously disable it and open. Inside, you find a few vials, like bottles of alchemical reagents, and a couple of ones that are empty with a sort of reddish-brown residue left behind on them. Among them, you find 2 vials of acid, 1 vial of alchemic fire. Do you want me to add all of these to your sheet? Or the party loot?
Party loot.
Okay.
Party loot.
Remember, you guys can drag stuff on there as well. There's a total of 6 vials, so 3
We
of these
can't-
and 3 of the
we-
empty ones.
Can we drag stuff?
Try, let me know.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, if we, Okay, found it.
Give me a second. Okay. There you go. Added to your party loot 2 vials of acid, 1 of alchemical fire. The 3 remaining are empty, with that reddish brown residue. What next?
So do you guys think this is Zal? And that Sefir was actually... What was his name? That was on the plaque out front.
Rustum?
You mean
Rustam?
the mosaic?
Yeah. Rustam.
You can
I
give
mean-
me a general intelligence if you want.
Can I do a medicine check to see how old this body looks?
This body?
The one on the, on the altar thing.
Nicomund, you are fairly able to piece together that the tomb might be dedicated to Rustam. It could also just be like religious imagery in general. You doubt Sefir is the hero or Zal the father in any case, because he doesn't look old enough. And, Rustam lived for hundreds of years, and that was a long time ago, before he became a person of legend. Wisdom tells you...
Oh, sorry.
With a 22. Wisdom tells you that the body is about an adult in their late to middle, like 40 years old and so.
Have they been
How long
dead
have
a
they been
long
dead?
time or recent?
Fairly recent. They haven't gone into full decomposition yet.
It is a fairly fresh kill.
He definitely was experimenting or sacrificing. Is there a way into that sarcophagus, or is it solid piece of stone?
You can try to lift it up. It is very
Mo-
heavy.
No, I was like,
There
like,
is-
is
It is a burial site, yes, with a lid that has been repurposed.
does it look like it had been opened at some point recently?
There is actually like a seal sort of done around it in like a mix of clay and or concrete that looked like it hasn't been broken.
We are not touching a sealed sarcophagus. We are not desecrating that dead.
I agree.
I don't have PTSD about mummies at all.
It is best to honor the dead, unless you're this guy. And then I'm just gonna tug on the rope with my makeshift bag of Sefir.
Can you, like, wrap something around that? Because when we go into the city, with that all hanging out, that probably will not go over well.
He's wrapped up in fine clothes that would probably make Derek very mad that the clothes are being used for that.
What's in the northwest corner of the room?
Northwest. As you wander to the northwest, it looks like to be all sorts of collection of boxes, crates, barrels, gathered amongst rubble of just natural age that a tomb has gone through. You find supplies, alchemical, foodstuffs, rations, anything that one might have used to stay in this small locked tomb for essentially a very long time, weeks on end, easily.
Are the rations still good?
Let me see. Foundry will let me roll. Oh my god, it doesn't let me roll. The lag is real, give me a second.
D100 came up as a 58 if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, it didn't even show up in mine. Okay. So about half of them are salvageable if you want. You could get about 10 days worth of rations.
All right, I'll take the rations.
On all of the tainted bodies, are there any, like, personal effects? And also, like, on the, sacrificial bodies, is there any, like, personal items that could be returned to family or something?
As you search them, it looks they have been very thoroughly removed of anything personal, rings, bracelets, necklaces, clothes even especially. They just seem to be all clothed in the same uniform, terrible, like basic rough spun shirt and pants, like every single one of them. As if he very much did not want them back to be traced or...
Understandable. That's all I got.
Would we head back to Ibn Sina?
I need a little bit of a break to, like, collect my tummy. How long have we been searching this room? Has it been an hour?
I would say you're nearing like 45 minutes.
Right. When we get up back, if we could stop at the inn, I think I could really use some ginger tea. If I can sit for a little bit, recuperate, and then I should be good to go.
Can't you ride horse? I do not want body to start rotting in the heat.
15 minutes, man. I want a cup of tea.
It'll take us a couple
Probably
hours to
take
get
us
back
that
to
long.
the city.
Yeah.
There's an inn where my horse is.
So I don't understand. Have we stopped the plague? Have we saved the city?
I don't know. We have to get the body back to Ibn Sina.
What's he gonna do with the body?
He wants to study it. Didn't he
Has that-
say he wanted the body?
Duh.
It is.
Along with all of his
Yeah.
papers, journals,
Yeah.
medical notes, etc.
It is why I have sack of human flesh.
Do we have
Yeah,
all the
it's-
papers and such?
I have a bunch of stuff here. You can put it all in this bag. I hold up the backpack.
Okay.
Put everything in it. Someone a little bit stronger than me would be good. Once we get it upstairs, I can put it on Shirun. But when I go to get Shirun, I'm grabbing a cup of tea. And then
Nicomund will take the bags for now.
See if they have a to-go cup.
Yeah, fine. I'll see if they have a to-go cup. Gosh. Have you ever tried riding when you're sick? It's not fun.
Are there?
Usually I just take a carriage.
That's
I see
worse.
the cages on the top right. Are there any people up there?
They're empty.
They're empty.
The 4 match the 4 bodies lying outside perfectly.
Fancy pants, Mr. Carriage. And look at me, miss. I have a horse. I walk.
Walking's for suckers.
My feet have calluses upon calluses.
I mean, you could buy yourself a horse.
Ah,
I could send a message to my people and see if they would want to sell a horse.
no, I am good. I prefer my feet.
There is a horse bazaar in Samarkand.
Yes.
Might be a little bit closer than your tribe.
Yes. This is true.
All right, let's get the body back.
All right. We don't have to go up to the... Do you want us moving out of the map, or...
I will change you guys. Alright. As you slowly trek, at this point I won't ask... Oh, mage armor? Okay.
Yeah, it should have still been on me, but it got wiped.
Give me a second.
Oh, at the end of the hour, the coin I'm holding no longer has any light,
Mm-hmm.
and I will give Derek his coin back. Thank you. It was very helpful.
It's a donation. You seem like you need the money.
Did it? Was it a copper?
I only have gold.
Oh, Akeem's coming up in the world, guys.
We've only ever gotten gold. You've never gotten silver or copper.
I said coins in the equivalent of, because it's easier to fucking do the math.
Meth? Or math?
Math.
Myth. We had to do
Myth.
myth.
Meth.
It's too early for meth.
When I go to get Shirun, I go and ask for a cup of to-go tea, ginger tea.
Mm-hmm. She gives it to you. Barmaid is familiar with you now, and yeah. Not much going on.
Thank you so much. Question for you.
Yes.
How would somebody have gotten... Did you see anybody go, like, up to that tower? Like,
Tower?
did you see people go? Yeah, I point to the little tower. Like the broken tower.
Oh, you're talking about in the necropolis.
Yeah. Because, like,
up to the tower.
it's a little bit strange that there were these people underground. Did anybody notice that?
People? What people?
Well, they're dead now. They were tainted by plague.
I'm sorry, what? The underground, you mean there's a way underground near the tower?
Yes. It was covered by rocks.
And you went in,
We did.
and you found bodies.
No, we found... Well, yes. Bodies. But we also found people. They are now bodies. Because they attacked us. That's
Oh,
never a good
yes.
idea.
Right. Well, if it was hidden under a big rock, I mean, most of us here are refugees and peddlers and such. We do not try and find hidden doors.
No, I understand that. It's just odd that they were able to get down there with the big rock on top.
I assume they probably had a way of moving it.
That is, yeah.
Out of
Could've been
character,
it.
he got magic. He can move rock. He also have many zombie friends who can
Yep.
move rock.
Yep. Sharon's not the smartest person in the world.
Sharon's a
Sharon?
horse.
Sorry,
Sharon's
Arian.
really smart.
Especially not a
Arian.
smart person.
It's a day.
on our
She's actually not that bad. She's 12. I'm playing her a little bit dumber.
on our way out of
Average.
the necropolis, I do want to stop by Ibrahim.
All right. Let me find where I put Ibrahim. All right, he comes to say, I see you have returned from your adventures.
There are some bodies in the area beneath the ruined tower. I fucking can't do the accent anymore because y'all made fun of me.
I didn't make fun of you.
Just
I
remember,
just
hamsters
inserted a
enjoyables.
different.
Hamsters enjoyables.
That's the wrong accent, man.
There is or maybe more bodies under the tower. They were tied to assassin.
You wish for me to take care of them? It will be done.
This one is needed to stop plague.
This what?
I point at the bag on
you
my
see-
shoulder.
As he sort of makes sense as into what you have inside your bag, that his eyebrows sort of go up and a little bit more up than you thought was possible, and he's like, right. Well, if you wish to head back to the city, you had best set off, I think. He seems to get almost a little bit wary when you mention you have a chopped up body wrapped up in cloth on your back. Strange, almost.
Don't worry, he
Can't
deserved
imagine
it.
why. I am a graveskeeper. I think perhaps I might have different ideas on how we treat the dead.
We didn't touch the sarcophagus.
You chopped up a dead man. That is sacrilege in some religions.
I did.
I'm not actually there. I'm getting my
have-
horse.
I have to deal with that. It is on me. But
Indeed,
we have to
yes.
transport him back to Samarkand to study body for disease that has plague that is killing people. He is the source of plague, and it was weighed against the greater good.
You need not explain yourself to me, young man. Clearly you have work to be done that does not involve an old man in a grave.
Thank you for being kind. I go now.
Just kind of like following behind him, like, we're gonna have to explain this to the guards.
You get to have to explain this to the guards.
No. No, see,
You do the talking, I do the killing. It's good relation.
He did.
I could have easily talked our way through bringing a dead body through the gates. You're on your own for this one.
Nicomund is keeping sight of the Gaib up, Are the butterflies still coming this way? Are they still flooding towards the tower? What are they doing?
They seem to have stopped going all of them in one direction. It just seems they sort of scattered to a whole bunch of places. So instead of a particular direction, they're just spread out.
But
With that
are they still active, or are they landed and just sitting there?
I mean, they're fluttering. Like, what are you trying to determine?
Well, if they're sitting and waiting for something, or if they're still doing butterfly things.
They're just doing regular butterfly things. Floating around here, sitting down for a bit, floating around there, sitting down for a little bit.
Okay, got it.
Alright, as you begin your journey back to Samarkand, I believe, give or take a couple of hours, you will reach in the evening. By then, your sickness will have worn off. Aryun. Let me just do this. There you go. And we will say you arrive at the city gates past sunset. And the guards... Oh, thank you for the posture check. The guards wave you in.
There you go. Nice and easy.
I'll lean in and whisper.
You do have your pass, which is why they wave you in.
After we're in, I'm gonna lean in and whisper to Derek. See? Chop up and pack, they don't know it, buddy. Less talky talk, more walky walk.
Which
As-
ancient philosopher did you steal that one from?
From Hakim,
Optical.
Baltic blade, caustic cutlass, Slavic sword.
Caustic cutlass.
That was another one Nicomund called me.
Of course he did. Alright, as you wander back to the city, in the direction of Dunyazad, unless you have other things that you want to do.
No, I don't think so. I think
Are there still houses being burned, or are people still going crazy about the sickness in the streets?
It is not an uncommon sight. There is still people you see sick being herded, if not necessarily into burnt buildings. There are kids running around with sticks, sort of saying, "Oh, let us go find those who have plague and round them up and beat them up." Stuff like that. Like, just sort of a city on the verge of plague. People are picking and choosing, at the verge of panic, like the lowest in society. Let me see something.
Hiccups.
Yep. In particular, as you're walking towards Dunyazad, you do see what looks like a crowd who has gathered in a particular square or more crowded area. And there's a body that has been hung up, and it looks like a merchant in silken clothes. And as you look around, you realize his house is being raided, and food, good coins are being distributed by a horde of people outside of his house. It looks like they possibly attacked him, raided his house, took his supplies and everything else he had on him.
Are there guards around?
Whatever guards are around are seemingly walking off on orders or completely ignoring what's going on.
Do we
Just walk up
recognize
to-
the merchant?
I wouldn't say you do. Actually, you know what? Since you asked, booty roll me a d4. Odd you recognize, even you don't.
2.
You don't recognize him.
just walk up to one of the people kind of in the streets and be like, What is going on?
The man, he had the plague. And he
It's
was
a
an
solution.
asshole.
Okay. So that then justifies. So are they just giving all of this stuff out to everyone, or is this like going up to specific people?
Did you participate in breaking down his door? Some of us have a group here. We all gathered together, put together the courage to take out those among us who were sick. Are you sick?
Do I look sick?
Persuasion. Or deception, up to.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look sick, so.
21.
You are very convincing, and he goes, well then, why are you picking fight, man? If you want to go rob somebody else, you're welcome to join us. We're going to another house after this. This
Whose
will
house?
keep us well fed. Well, we'll walk around, we see who we like.
How many people are there?
In the city, plenty.
No, in the group.
In the
He's asking in the
group.
crowd.
Or I was asking the DM.
Okay. In the group, there's like fucking 8 to 10, what looks like men, kids, some of them like barely on the age of adulthood, some kind of like that, just like a little posse that seems to have gathered up and taken advantage of the situation.
Like commonery.
Can I
Yeah.
use
Does
Sight of the
Yeah.
Cabe to look at the body? Does it show any signs of plague? Like the butterflies or chrysalis or anything?
There's none of those flowers that take root in someone that has been plagued. You don't see any signs of it on his body. Nicomund.
Just
I I'm gonna swing my hammer for the guy Derek was talking to. I'm gonna swing for his knee. Hit it as hard as I can.
Okay.
Why are we picking
Anything
a fight
else from
in the
anybody?
open street?
I don't know if I have even stopped.
Right, okay, let's do it this way then. You have Sharoon, you're on Sharoon, so you would, let's say the right is the front of the street that you're on.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I would have
You and-
stopped. Ah, where did I go?
Your puppy would be there. Where did you go? Off the map. Of course you did.
Because you touched it and I touched it and we never should have touched it together.
I'm gonna need you to stop saying those words in a sentence.
I was not going in a dirty position. That was on you.
Was it? Okay, the rest of you arrange yourself. Sharon's at the front. Let's say the crowd is where this flag is. I'll grab some commoners.
Do you think we got a short rest
Did you take a short rest?
while we were in
Oh,
the
we were
tomb?
traveling.
No, we were. Well, we were
Okay.
doing stuff in the tomb.
I'm gonna say each of these represents 2 people. There you go.
Okay.
Now, as you see, how obvious are you making it that you're reaching for your warhammer and going to attack this man?
Very obvious.
Okay. If anybody wants to stop him and or take any other actions, I will ask that you roll initiative.
Can I check, like, roll a
It's just the
perception to
order.
see if I've noticed that he's doing this shit?
Yeah. You give
Nope.
me perception if Derek and Hakeem want to intervene. This is your chance. If not,
Yeah, I'll
Nicomund, roll your attack.
initiative.
That's just the
yeah,
dictionary.
Nicomund
right?
roll
It's not-
initiative too.
You want me to roll
Yeah.
initiative?
Here, let me put you guys somewhere. I'm gonna add Fenric and
Oh shit.
Ariun as well, just to see how it goes. I'm gonna put the music to a little something.
I will also use Uncanny Metabolism. Get back all my focus points.
All of them?
Yep. Once a day when you roll initiative, you gain back
Okay.
all of your focus points and HP. Oh, a number of hit points equal to your monk level plus a number rolled.
Yeah, please do that accordingly. You should be able to update. I trust you to do it.
Oh, will my martial arts die? Sorry, not all of them. 4 plus monk level. 9, so I do get all my focus points back.
And all your hit points?
Yeah, basically, because I was down 7 and I healed back 9.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. We start with Hakeem, actually. Because this is a surprise round, I will say the three of you guys act first. So Hakeem, you notice Nicomund reaching for his hammer, looking, for all intents and purposes, like he's about to attack somebody.
Well, gonna unarmed attack, try to grapple,
Mm-hmm.
and then click the right button. Try that again. DC 15 strength save.
That fails.
Let's see, what does
Describe
grapple
it to
do again? So I just come up behind him when I see the warhammer coming up, and just arm comes straight around over the
Wait,
shoulder.
doesn't that mean he missed me?
No.
No, it shows you failed. You rolled a 2.
I never rolled.
The automation's doing it automatically for you.
I disabled that automation, but roll me a strength saving throw. And Hakeem, what did your unarmed strike hit with?
Should be
Or do you need
based.
to roll to hit?
It should be for a grapple. It should be a contested.
Yeah, it's their saving throw versus your.
Yeah, so his saving
DC.
throw versus my DC, which is 8 plus my Dex modifier and proficiency bonus.
It's strength modifier that says
For
here.
monks, they can use Dex for it. His saving throw is strength, but my DC is set based off of my dexterity. 8 plus
Okay.
dexterity plus proficiency bonus, which I
I
believe
think
for me
he
would
can
be
choose
a 15.
between deck.
No.
Yeah.
I can.
No.
He
No.
can't.
He can't.
No, it is a
Target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Matter.
Oh wait, yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So
Does
he
12
is-
pass?
No. So he is grappled, so he has 0 speed. He has disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone other than me. And I can move him. Every foot costs me 2. So then I will pull him back to here. And I will say, we don't attack commoners in street. No matter what they did, we leave it to authorities. And then I'll end my turn.
You can speak. Unless Derek.
these people murdered a merchant for no reason, just to steal him, and now they're going to go somewhere else, and you're going to do nothing?
I'm going to get guard.
You see the guards, they're not doing anything.
As they're walking away, I'll just turn like I was going to stop Nicomund, and then slowly come back to the person I was talking with and just lean in close and be like, the person you killed didn't have the plague, wasn't sick. I'm going to give you this opportunity. You guys disperse, and nothing happens to you. You go to someone else's house, you find out you did this, I will find each and every one of you. And I will break you in the most painful ways you could possibly imagine.
Intimidation? I'll roll a wisdom save for my guys.
$16?
Ooh. Ooh.
Can I make that unsettling for him if he's doing a save on it?
I mean, he rolled a 2.
Okay.
You're welcome to.
No, 2 works.
You see this guy with his inflated ego and his friends sort of around him use this opportunity to do something really shitty. But the moment you called him out on it, and it looked like Nicomund, who looks vaguely terrifying, he sort of deflates. He just sort of goes pale, as do his friends. Run away immediately, and he sort of goes, "Yeah, how do you know that he had the plague? I'm only going because I want to." And guys, and he just sort of runs after his friends. I'm gonna end that there as they disperse, unless anybody wants to run after them.
I look around oblivious, like, come on, guys, we have a plan. We need to get going. We're wasting time.
Once they're gone, I'll let Nicomund go, and then I'll go...
Nicomund?
Nicomund. I'll go,
Lickamund.
I'll cut down the merchant's body.
Mhm.
And... Does he look, Middle Eastern? Like Arabic?
He looks like a foreigner who came to this land. Perhaps from... What are my regions? Give me a second.
Venice?
No. Unless you want it to be.
I think it would be
He
hilarious.
looks Chinese.
Oh, I don't know if Hakeem would know. Do I know anything about Chinese burial rites from just time fighting random people in the pits?
You can try. You can do religion. You can do history.
Do history.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly,
Nope.
Nope.
7.
sorry, you're not sure.
Can I see if I know
Yeah.
anything?
By all means.
I'm going to
Well,
assume that I don't.
Yeah, Bender would have not a clue.
I just wasn't sure because Hakeem's fought so many people. Granted, they were all slaves, so... But you don't know what... I don't know if they would talk about that or not. Like, hey, if I die, make sure they do this to my buddy.
You figure like a burial, just a typical coffin burial, would suffice
Mm-hmm.
in most cultures, at the very least.
I ride back. So, why don't you put him back in his house? And then we can see if he has any family. If they have family, then they can bury him. Put him to bed.
Yeah, I'll carry him inside. Try to find a bedroom with an empty bed. Unless there's people. There a family inside? Okay.
No, it's very much bachelor pad.
I will put him down on the bed. Kind of cross his arms and then make sure his eyes are closed.
Mm-hmm.
Once we've finished going where we need to go, we can ask the guy to see if there's like a burial dude that we can send to him. I am very eloquent tonight.
So, you mentioned that there were guards around.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk towards the nearest guard. As I'm going past Nicomund, I will very pointedly look at him and not say a word. And just keep going. Get up to the guard and just ask. I'm assuming you guys saw what happened over here? Or you didn't see?
As you get up closer to the guard, you realize he's sweating a lot. There's soot stains all over his uniform, and it seems he's like very tiredly sort of walking. And he sort of turns to you a bit dazed as you speak to him. He's like, "What? See what?"
If I use the sight, do I see things on him?
Roll me a d4.
Two.
No sign of the plague as you recognize it. But there is that very pungent scent of burnt wood, charred wood, fire that lingers around his uniform.
Do any of the other guards look a little more coherent?
He's the most coherent of the lot. There's like 4 of them. Some of them have like burn marks and stuff.
Okay, I'll reach into my pocket and pull out 20 gold and hold it in front of him to see if that kind of brings his focus back to the world.
He sort of looks from the gold to you and then back up and he's, "What?" Sort of wipes the sweat from his brow. "What can I help you with?"
I would just like a favor. That if any reports of this activity of a group taking matters into their own hands, if anything comes through, could I just receive word at the Living Cauldron?
Your name is...
You can just send the information to Derek. They'll know who to give it to.
If I will try.
And I'll pull out 10 more and just add it to the pile and be like, can you also pass the word to your compatriots? If anything like this happens again, send word.
I will let the captain know.
Hand the
Very
30 over,
well.
just be like, appreciate it.
He didn't even see
Sir.
what happened.
That's why
It
I
isn't the
said
first one.
Was not the first one?
Well, not the only disturbances is what you gather that they've been dealing with, along with the fires, the people uprising, and all that stuff. There's only so many guards. Remember to move that gold from your sheet, since
I
you're
took
so
30, yeah.
generously giving it out. Okie dokie.
I'm not generous, I'm just being convincing.
I mean, 30
Very
is
convincing.
more than this person sees in their lifetime.
Yeah. You figure once he sort of freshens up, he will do as he's asked. As you guys head to...
I know how the
Dinner's
world
up.
works.
2 things quick. You said there were kids or older kids in the mob of people?
Like, you know those lanky 20-year-old, 21-year-old, like, on the edge of puberty or whatever, and they're hanging out with the older guys. You're like, yeah, I'm one of them, that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, I'd just like to mark the kids that were in the group in my memory, just to remember them for the future.
Very well.
And the second thing is when Hakim comes out of the house, I'm gonna point my finger at him and go, I wasn't the fool who was going to murder people in the middle of the streets. I was just gonna cripple him for life.
You would be
And
no
how would the
better-
guards have reacted to that?
Well, they didn't do anything for a murder,
You would be no
so
better
maybe he would
than
have.
him.
I would be much better than him, because I'd be wielding the hammer and he'd be crippled. I could crawl away faster than a cripple.
You'd be no better.
We
of a
don't
person.
know. We don't know if they killed him in the open street or if he died inside and they just brought him out to string him up. So the guards very well might not have actually seen anything, just seen a body being raised up.
I wasn't talking about them being killers. I'm going to look over to Ariune.
What about me?
You judged me over the actions of something someone else did. I wasn't going to kill him.
Oh, that sounds judgy against me. We could always see about deputizing ourselves.
Let's get to Danneskjold.
Deputizing always comes with paperwork.
That's true. I'm not very good at that.
I am not here to police the world. I'm here to do the right thing in every circumstance and be the best version of myself. As fate or gods or whoever has given me a chance at life of freedom, I do not want to wind back up in chains. Especially not because of someone else's poorly timed anger.
With that tension and the knowledge that you have picked up,
Shock, you're muted
Looming.
if you're trying to talk.
Friggin' buttons.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I just want to say that throughout all of this, Fenric was definitely like hanging back and just definitely feeling like the tension and everything in the air. But it's also a matter of like the state of the city itself and seeing the people trying to like lynching each other and stuff, and he's getting very, like I said, very tense, and he's going back into that eyes forward, trying to walk behind somebody or something so that he doesn't have to directly see what's going on, as he starts like clenching and unclenching his hands at his sides, and he's just trying to deal with some of that stress somehow as he's trying to just walk forward. Just keep.
with that tension sort of settling in over our little party, as they enter back into Danneskjold, it's almost a little sanctuary, a little bubble of peace. But you carry with you the heavy burden of Sefir's body and what you have just witnessed as Ibn Sina sort of turns around, clearly anticipating your arrival. You are back.
It's not been fun.
You come
Seems
bearing
not.
results.
I see. May I have all the documents that you have found?
Pull it all off of Shirun.
That's a lot of documents, right? Okay.
I didn't know it was good. What you needed.
Do you have
That's probably for the best.
somewhere to set down the body pieces?
Right this way. I have a table that will serve. He brings you to his sort of like medical area where he inspects his patients, and there is a table that will serve the function of a slab.
put the body back in the proper order of where the pieces go. I had to do it for transport. I did not enjoy it.
Right.
When
Fairly
you are done,
decent
may I ask a
cuts.
favor? Send
Of course.
the remains to Ibrahim in the necropolis.
Ah, you want to bury him with the rest. I will see what I can do.
Also, can somebody go bury the merchant? I don't know who to send.
Buried. Let me call. I have people who will do this work for me. And he sort of sends off a message. Seems to talk at thin air, but there's some sort of arcane aspect as to what he's doing. He says it will be handled after asking you where the body is and what they might need. You look a little worse for wear. Perhaps you ought to have your dinner. Yes, it is quite late.
I don't think this is over. Is there anything else we can do?
First, I must inspect the body and try and understand what it is Sefir was concocting. If at all, it will take me a little bit of time.
I'll give him all the
But if you
notes
wish
from
to
the
help-
pack, too.
If you wish to help, you are more than welcome to lend your services.
I hit stuff with the hammer. I don't know. I was hoping killing this guy everything would be done. But it doesn't seem to be. The moths are still out there. People are still going crazy. It's not finished. I don't want to sit here.
My friend, if I have learned anything, is that once a plague has started, stopping it is very difficult. It's fighting an uphill battle in the rain.
How
We must find an antidote, ideally. A cure.
how much time do we have until the festival that we need to catch?
I'm glad you asked. Give me a second as I try and correct the day that we are on. Currently, the date is the equivalent of the 25th of January. The festival, if you look at your calendar, give me a second as I try and pop it up. Any day now.
Put the X on my calendar. How do we get the calendar back?
It's on the.
If you go to your left-hand side, you see that little bookmark icon? If you click to that tab, there's a little SC that will toggle it.
Oh, perfect. So cool.
Thank you. I didn't do anything regarding that.
I've been wondering how to do that since the beginning.
Yeah, did you know when I figured it out? Before the session started. So, been using Foundry for 3 years. Still can't fucking remember everything.
So we are
Okey-dokey.
quickly running out of time.
No, let me show you. So 20th is when you met as a party. 21st was when the disease was released. Today's the 25th. The event is on the 1st of February.
Yeah, so we're running out of time. How much time does it take to travel from here to there?
Calendar's weird.
Is it? How weird.
It goes Tuesday the 31st to Sunday the 1st.
It's a setting that can be adjusted to make it all work out.
I'll worry about that later. For now,
Yep.
you have days. Like a week or give or take. Whatever that is.
Yeah, there's over a month left of time.
Week?
No.
And-
there
Oh,
were
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Well,
6.
What day is today?
There was
25th
14.
of
25th?
January.
There was 14
Oh, okay,
days
today's
when we
January.
learned about the
Never mind.
festival, and it's been a few days.
So we
since
have 6 days. according to this.
7.
7. Well, yeah, 6, and then it happens on the 7th.
Plus, we're almost
You
at
can
nighttime.
You could also find out more information about the festival if you wish to ask around. How long it might last is going to be a day thing, a monthly thing. There you go. Now, you wanted to ask how far it is from here to Merv, right?
Yeah, like how many days of travel is it? Oh man, I'm
Let's-
tired. I'm sorry.
Find out. That's okay. I feel you. It's only 5 a.m. here.
You're crazy.
Only for D&D. Just kidding. I am clinically insane. Okay, let's see. I would say where's my ruler? It is, give or take, 600 miles
Oh wow.
away, which is how much travel?
We needed to leave like 3 days ago.
Sorry, you said it's how far?
How? 500-600 miles? I mean, I'm gonna hand wave because I don't know how accurate this map is, okay? I will put insert time has passed here. I do not like math. I do not want to calculate how many days it is.
I haven't
That would
seen
be-
said he could help us somehow, but
600 miles would take us 25 days of travel.
Fuck that. Gotta change the scale of this thing then. Imensina will grant you magical unicorns that will get you there in time. Worry not. You know what? Fuck it. I'll change the date of the festival. Do-do-do-do-do, because I'm the DM.
It's been postponed.
No,
due
that was
to
canon.
due to a delayed shipment of wine.
You know what? Canon is what I make of it. And
Disney said the same.
I make
thing.
no mistakes. So clearly the calendar is the one at fault here.
Yeah. You know what this is? Is that
Nah.
legal? I will make it legal.
Fine. I will put it on the new moon on the 16th. Is that good enough? Do you want a whole 4 weeks? Can't
Well,
believe
I
I'm
mean, it
asking
just
you.
depends on how long it takes to get there.
What was the answer that you said? 25 days?
25 days.
But 600 miles seems a little steep.
I have to go across half of Asia.
I don't know how
How
accurate this
far it
map is. I'm gonna say it is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 days of travel. And the festival is on the 9th. Okay?
600 miles is just short of 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah, no, I know.
What is that? What is that? Is that a lot? I don't know. Numbers are arbitrary. I sit in a plane and it gets me across continents. I have no concept of distance.
I don't care about this. All I need to know is how long it takes me to get there.
Stop speaking numbers at me.
No, now I need to get you a reference.
So Nicomund's just gonna kind of hover over Imensina. He doesn't know how to help or what to do, but he just wants to kind of hover and watch.
Okay. You see Ibn-Sina just sort of starts talking to sort of like as if he's talking to a student. Some words you understand, most words you don't. Seems like he's used to somebody watching over him.
Apparently, in real life, Samarkand to Merv is 600 kilometers.
Which is how far?
400 miles?
Go from Berlin to Minsk,
I don't know where that is.
Belarus. Go through Poland, from Berlin and then go halfway through Belarus.
Don't just give me more arbitrary measurements. Sure, no, that'll help. Yeah, great.
It says it's a 12-hour drive.
Horses can't drive, so it can't be that far. Like 6 days could cover it, right?
I don't know.
Standard D&D travel times is 24 miles in a day.
Get a carriage. Fucking hell.
That makes it 24 miles in a day.
I don't know,
The
guys.
important
I think
things
you
about
could
D&D
mush-
is spending this much time discussing it when the DM says, I'll just hand wave it.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I'm
just
fine with that. All I care about is you tell me how many days. That's what I care about. Because I want to be there
It's
for when it starts.
16 days of travel at the indie pace. I did magic, not the bad word. 16 days, Fox.
Okay, so 16 days from the 25th. How many would that be? Or 26th? That
The 11th.
8, 9, 10, 11.
the 11th. Okay.
That's if we leave today, yeah.
But the calendar's also fucked up. You know what? Yeah, sure. The 11th. I'll put it on the 15th, okay? God damn. I hate it here.
Can you do the notes so we can see them?
I. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Right away,
man,
sir.
the look on her face!
Fox,
Anything else I can do for you?
Fox, you're doing an amazing job. I want you to
Derek
know
has
that
the plague for some reason.
I'll give you all the plague.
No, even worse. She makes the decision that Cardinal is possessed by the soul of Ezekiel.
I could be so much worse. Okay, you can all see it now. I'll fix the calendar when I want to. What was the number that you told me, Booty? 25 days?
16 days of travel at D&D pace.
16 days of travel. Woo. Okay, I wrote it down on a note paper, like the old woman that I am. Quit fucking about the dates. Nobody cares. You'll get there just in time for the celebration.
You'll get there when you
Probably.
get there.
All right. What else do you want to do?
So, Ibn Sina,
Yes,
how long
my
will it
child.
take you to find a cure with his body and notes?
If I work through the night, I will try and make sense of his notes, and then I will get back to you on the cure. Seeing as this is a new disease that literally nobody has ever heard of before, between magic and a plague, and it's fairly complicated business, my dear.
It was just a question.
Rome was not
Okay.
built in a day.
Vein popping out.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Can I go to bed now?
You certainly
it's-
can. Your chambers are prepared, if you can find them.
Thank you. I'm going to go now. And she just kind of like dejectedly walks away.
Don't give me puppy eyes.
So are we
She's a
just giving
full-on
up
pup.
on having rooms at the inn? Why are we still paying for those?
I'm not.
You aren't.
I haven't.
Aren't we?
No.
No.
You're gonna make me do
Didn't we
math
pay
now?
For like a day or two?
You sent
Yeah,
a
I
message to somewhere
for
we
dude.
haven't stayed or paid for in days.
Yeah. Do you want to do it and say send a message to Dunyazad?
Yes. Yeah, that's absolutely what I said.
It will be so.
Not supposed to know about Dunyansad.
Oh, he has a way of delivering messages.
He has a P.O. box.
Yeah.
Or the messages go to the inn and they know that we're over here because we actually told them that we're staying here because that's a smart thing to do, so we don't actually draw attention to being here, right?
I still like the PO box idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or just every day I go in and check to see if there's a message. I'm fine with that too.
Or if they receive a message, they send a little messenger child who wants to earn a couple of coins, and then he'll bring the message here. How about that?
Sure.
Or we have a
that works.
mage. He's been living here a longest time. He set up a message system. Okay? Quit thinking so much about it. God.
The city has some of
Focus
those
on the plot.
vacuum tubes that the banks use in the old days.
I
Those
actually
are so
demand
cool.
carrier pigeons, and
We
they
are-
have to be like the specific breed,
I'm
and they
so
have to be
sorry.
nice. If they're mean carrier pigeons, I'm gonna stop now.
Gotta have them shit on your head. Okay? In character. The night passes, you may take a long rest if you so desire. Actually, speaking of long rest,
Yeah,
Derek and
us.
Fenric.
Wisdom?
Yes. Wisdom saving throws at the end of the night. You know what? Exhaustion. Exhaustion for all of you.
I
I
tried
got
really
18.
hard not to get into the math question. I just wanted
I
a
know.
number.
I appreciate it.
I just tried to solve
Oh.
it for you. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get an answer to be done with it.
Fenric and Derek, you will have the Aura of Nightmares for 3 days, but I will just give you guys a blanket level 1 exhaustion for the next 3 days, some of which you'll be traveling. But, yeah, just be glad it's not level 3, okay?
Okay.
That's exactly how you do it, Fenric. Just nod when the DM says something.
Since we don't, well, I don't know. Since Hakeem doesn't know if anybody can identify objects, he will spend an hour figuring out if there's anything special about. Oh,
Ibn Sina can
yeah.
identify. He's a mage.
Hello, Ibn Sina. I hear things. Even though I play or know what they do. I don't know if Hakeem would have figured it out yet.
Okay, he will pick up a scroll and says, "Here, let me identify it for you." Oh, that is an interesting lamp. It's as if it's very unique, crafted by probably this guy himself. Let me find
By
my
you?
notes. No, by
Right.
Sefir.
Hmm.
He certainly was a prodigy. This lamp, it is a magical item of sorts. And by these remnants here, I see he would put blood inside this little receptacle. And I believe it projects an image of sorts. He sort of dips his pinky in the remnants of what's there, and he sort of puts it on his tongue. He's like, yes, not even regular blood. This blood has been mixed with the elixir, the choir, and then put into the lamp to do some sort of projection. It is fascinating. If I weren't so exhausted, I want to find out exactly how he did it. Alas, I have better things to do.
Would you like to buy it?
Buy it.
I don't know if we want to sell it. I say above the table.
What is it above the table?
Hang on.
Above the table, it is a lamp that if you put the blood of people in, you can see certain visions that are plot relevant. Because, you know, as assassins are going around, you can't find out everything in a conveniently packaged manner. Sometimes you need to kill people and find out. There you go. That's what it is.
Guys,
There
you
is
made
also-
her really mad.
I didn't. Y'all did.
It's 5
We
a.m.
didn't just try to sell the plot item.
It's fine. That's fine.
Oh.
This lamp also, as he explains to you, has 3 visible settings that you can activate with a bonus action that has some sort of effects on it. The blue one, which you have seen, has something like similar to fairy fire, where it reveals creatures who are invisible, and if they fail a DC 13 dex save, gives advantage to attacks against them. Then it has another one, which is a poisonous aura, the green one, and a crimson one, which forcibly heals within its radius. It's an interesting little contraption.
Cool. Do we have any of this, like, stuff?
What?
What?
You can prick your finger.
Not blood, the other stuff.
What other stuff?
I
The
can't
other,
remember what
it's
it's
just
called.
it's just
Oh,
a
the
function
choir.
on the lantern.
The choir.
That's
Oh.
Yes.
specifically to learn things about people too. The other ones are just a bonus action. You use it that aura once a day.
Does that all make sense, or does anybody have questions?
So we only need the choir if we want it to tell us stuff.
For example,
I
Ibn
don't
Sina
wanna
tells you,
use
if I were to take some of his blood, for example, Sefir, I wonder what visions it would show us.
We could try.
Sort of scrapes some blood into a vial and gives it to you.
I'm pretty sure we had given him some of the choir, so why don't we just do it now?
You certainly could. As I find the relevant page, he will also tell you other things as you wait. He sort of cross-references the body of Sefir with the others that he has, and he realizes that the elixir has some properties that sort of configure an immunity to the disease of the lullabies itself. And he realizes that the cure to this disease, or the beginnings of the cure to this disease, might lie within wherever this elixir was created in the first place, which clearly is not anywhere near Sefir. He also is able to identify a certain essence. You see, as he does some alchemical tests on the elixir, the choir itself, he seems to almost, at the end of his tests, pull out a single glowing strand of that mercurial nature, and it looks vaguely silk-like. And he tells you that this comes from a very rare moth-like creature that exists only in the El-Gaib, and through some strange process has been made into this sort of potion. And he thinks that moth might be the source of the choir, maybe even the source of the cure, and other effects.
And we can only find this in the Gahib.
Wherever they might keep this moth, or that would be his best guess.
Which probably is not here.
Well, if I
We're talking like-
understand,
Mhm.
if I understand the lamp correctly, we feed the lamp and we get to see about his memories. Am I understanding that lamp right?
Yep.
So we want someone to take a look at his memories to see where he's getting the choir.
You could try. See what other... You're not sure if there's a way to direct what you find, but you haven't tried.
Let's definitely try. Was the dagger anything special or just a dagger?
Dagger was fairly special. Do you want to pop it in chat as well? It is a dagger that has sort of poison inbuilt into it. Similar to a dagger of venom, but you don't need to do the bonus action thing. On a hit, it is 1d4 plus 3 piercing damage, or 1d4 plus your ability. And 2d6 poison damage that a creature must make a con save against.
to use it?
Who could use daggers?
Pretty sure everyone can use daggers. Stick them
I'm,
with the pointy end.
I mean, more so like, does anybody want to use it?
I don't particularly stab people.
I generally
mean-
try not to get into stabby stab, but I can stabby stab.
I
Best
don't-
use for it's probably Hakim.
I don't use poison. I kill my opponents fairly.
I'll
I
take
mean-
the dagger then.
As you all gather around in the morning, Fenric, and Derek, feeling a little bit more exhausted than the rest, still haunted by the whispers that you hear from beyond the veil. You put the blood in as all of you gather around the little lamp and you flip the switch. And there is a little wisp that appears and takes the shape of Sefir's face. And it seems almost like he's looking far away, not directly at you. It's just speaking something. And he just begins talking. An introduction of sorts almost. He goes, I am Sefir, once named Mansur al-Yaman. I was the Grand Alchemist of Alamut, the Eagle's Nest. I was the pillar that the Hashashin rest on, the arcane of the harbingers of Hassan Sabah. I served with unending loyalty to my Sayyidina, my teacher, the one who took me in, one who was like a father to me, the one who betrayed me and my siblings. In his name, I have looked beyond the veil, witnessed the deadly wonders of the otherworldly realm. Some people whisper its name with fear, some despise its nature, but I saw the potential of this plane. You mentioned the name Al-Gaib in fear. I know. Power lies there. I devised many weapons for Hassan Sabah, but not the crude, predictable forms of blades and cudgels. I created weapons that would have made Ibn Sina, the greatest physician the world had ever seen, feel useless, childlessly helpless. I weaved otherworldly wonders, the silk, after I witnessed its power with my own eyes and empowered the Eden of Alamut, so that we might rival the armies of Michael and Lucifer. And for my loyalty and my unquestioning faith, I suffered the fate of Lucifer, cast out. Hounds, my siblings, sent after me. I learnt the horrible treachery behind my life's work and my very soul. I left everything behind and took my so-called father's power away with me. We were not the first. The first harbingers, they were left to die by Hassan Sabah, our father, false prophet of a false Eden. I will burn the world he wishes to rule over, so that not even a sprout of his heaven could grow. On its desolation, not even a drop of his rain would wet its scorched sands. I might not be the man I was any longer, weakened, dying for the revenge I swore. But I made Hassan and my blind siblings suffer the same fate. I am Sefir, Grand Alchemist of Alamut, rebel to the Hashashin order, and my vengeance is nigh and inevitable. As it sort of fades out, there is a cloud that sort of takes over. And you see a sickly little boy buried his head in books in an orphanage that looks similar but slightly different. It's the one that you've been to before it was so lavishly decorated. It must have been years past. You see him, the underdog of fights between many other children exactly like him, and yet his mental affinity, his way with the arcane, very obviously stood out. And you see him facing a man that's dressed like a headmaster, and the child being told that he is gifted and that he will be sent to Castle Alamut to be trained by the Hashashin themselves. And Mansur, this child, you see him being abused by the headmaster. He punished his mistakes severely, quickly, and he was treated the harshest because his potential was the highest. And you see in the shadows a man with a hood. As this child sort of is scolded by the teacher, the child leaves. A man in the hood comes out from behind the shadows and talks to this teacher. Later on, you will see this man approach the boy himself, apparently extending a hand of compassion, giving him a way out of the abuse in the orphanage. You see him training with this older man. His face is blurry that you aren't able to pick up, but something in his manner of moving. You see how the child is captivated by this older man as he teaches him everything he knows. You see him experimenting with magic, with the Gaib. You see how he begins to call this man his father. In a tower, high up. And one day this child wanders a little bit too far. This prodigy, he uncovers a secret he's not meant to. He talks to another man, much older, that is a prisoner in this tower. And you hear a name as he calls out to this man, and he says, Nizam al-Mulk. We'll paste that in chat for you. And this name sort of, those of you who might know of history, you will remember this name, you will find it familiar. You see the cloaked figure watching over this old man and the prodigy sort of talking to each other. And you see little Sefir coming back to the man locked up in the tower and learning secrets from him, and his face filled with horror. And the vision sort of flicker to another time further in the future where you see him destroying his life's work in the tower, and not long after that fleeing from this strange castle that you can't place because there's no landmarks around it. It seems to be in the middle of a desert, abandoned for miles. And you see him sort of making his way towards Samarkand, going through various cities, and where he finally decides to settle in this little alcove that he found, and he begins his experiments. Followed by him, the last scene that you see is him packing lullabies and their chrysalises into these 4 blue boxes and handing them over to another figure in a cloud, in a cape. And that's where the visions end. And you sort of come back to yourself as the mist fades away.
Can we get his speech in chat?
In words? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You don't have to do it right this second. I just would love to read it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I got the booty
Thanks.
notes version. It's like Cliff Notes, but worse.
Just get the main points. The rest of it is stressing, you know?
Well, that's interesting.
Now, that's my lore drop for the day done. My question to you now is, you sort of sit and look at each other. Ibn Sina looking over your shoulder as he says, I'll be damned. Well, that was certainly an interesting little monologue.
Yes. Clearly, we need to talk to this prisoner if the prisoner's still alive. There's not really much else we can do here. Right? Like, you need to figure this stuff out and we need to find this moth.
Well, I have done a fair decent amount of research. I will say this, we can do a little skill check to see what clues you can pick up from the papers here, the papers you've picked up from the orphanage before, but I want you each to tell me how you sort of contribute in this. As like a group effort, you're all sitting in couches on the floor in the center of this amazing house, and you're all just sort of project, group work time. What are you doing to help with this? Take a second.
I think Fenric would be trying to go over anything magical and trying to use whatever his insights, his experiences into trying to understand them a little more.
Okay, so you're rolling an insight?
Yeah. Insight or Arcana.
Go for it.
Whichever one you would prefer.
You tell me and I'll tell you what kind of things you pick up from whichever you roll.
I'll do Arcana. They're both the same for me. Bad roll. 12.
Not bad. You are able to sort of talk to Ibn Sina a little bit, and you realize that with the Grand Alchemist dead, there probably isn't anyone alive that can produce more of the Chrysallis of Dream, aka the disease. So the people who have it right now and the mods that exist will probably spread that. So you've stopped the production of more lullabies, which is not a bad thing.
Can I use a medicine to try and see if I can, like, find ways to help with the disease or how to, like, kill the moths?
Yeah.
Can I use my second wind?
You certainly can.
Go away, cat. Oh. Cool.
That would be
18.
18.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
15.
14, 15. Thank you. 15.
Perfect. What you find out is that without someone to feed these creatures, which is what you realize maybe Sefir was doing, either resummoning them or making sure they have a way to enter the material plane, these moths will eventually die out, and all that remains of the disease is what would spread between people itself. So as long as you avoid the moths within, say, the next week or so without being fed, they will die out, is what you realize, on their own sweet time. In reference to what can kill them, you would have to find a way to get into the plane of the Al-Gaib, or into like some version of the ethereal plane, and fight these creatures with what weapons you're able to take with you.
Okay. Blech. I say that.
Guess Derek would investigate through all the notes and paperwork we brought back to see if there's any like deeper meaning or like some kind of like more information there that comes from like, you know, the extensive experience of going through receipts.
Spy shit.
No, not spy shit. Receipts from his tailoring
Receipts.
business. Yes.
Tailoring receipts. You're looking at the finance side. Okay.
We were not supposed to know about Spy.
Not Spy. No,
He's-
Taylor.
He's a bard. Bards are secretive. As you look through, what are you rolling?
Investigation?
Go for it. I was thinking more of intimidation, like scare the papers into talking, but fine, whatever.
22.
With a 22.
It was one of his skills that is not a minimum of 10, so take it.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take what I can get. All right. As you scroll through papers, it's among the more recent ones that something strikes your fancy because it's starting to read a lot more like they're hatching a conspiracy centered in Merv. They're talking about a target, someone called a member of the satraps. And it seems almost that they're laying groundwork and resources to sort of support. It's smelling awfully a lot like an assassination or a takedown honestly, on like a very large scale one at that. Because there's lots of resources that have been slowly channeled into Merv over time. Yes, Merv is where Sulhi is as well.
Okay. So, I kind of... Because I know that's... The satraps is the order we talked about a couple sessions ago that I kind of kept to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will kind of point out that it looks like they're planning an assassination of some kind in Merv.
Mm-hmm.
But not really go into detail about who.
There is no mention of a name.
Oh, I mean, like, you said the satraps and just... So, also, like...
Someone of the satraps.
Yeah.
A
so-
secretive organization that nobody ever knows who it is.
Yes, and I will keep that it's referring to the secret organization to myself and just say it looks like they're planning an assassination attempt in Merv.
On
Perfect.
someone.
As for my other buddies.
I would spend, or Hakeem, yeah, I would spend my time, I guess, in meditation, but like a deep thought kind of meditation, where Hakeem is doing something he used to do a lot before when he would be scheduled to fight a particular fighter, which is sitting, going over every piece of information he knows about the assassins and about Sefir, and now knowing that Sefir was acting out against Hassan and other assassins because he felt betrayed, trying to get into that mindset and understand where he was at and how he would act and move going forward, and see if that kind of insightful approach leads him into something.
Go for it.
And I will use my once daily heroic inspiration from the long rest
Uh-huh.
to re-roll that. That's better. 16.
Okay. With 16, as you consider the tactics of the people you fought, how they do it, the houses, the insight that you've gotten from the orphanage, what kind of children they select, what they do with them, gives you an insight onto how this organization works. And what you realize is that fear is a good part. Fear and discretion, secrecy, and using people who are easily overlooked. That is the main modus operandi, whatever the fuck, they use
Yes.
to operate.
Modus
So-
operandis.
Modus
MO.
operandus.
MO.
MO. And
That makes
what
a lot of
you
sense.
know, what you know of Murph, having passed through there before, given that there is an upcoming war and it's past Samarkand, Murph might be the center where lots of important people are gathering, loyal to the Sultanate, to sort of plan what they want to do next, a sort of second stronghold now that Samarkand has fallen. So, if news of an assassination is true, then there are lots of potential targets in a very tense time in that city. And knowing the assassins, ripe for the picking, that is perfect time for them to strike.
Do I know, would this be something that Adem would travel to? I don't like your
Yes.
smile. I hate this.
Yes. This very much is the kind of opportunity that Adem Ali would very much want to be involved in.
I may know someone visiting Merv that might be in danger.
Well, I mean, that is our next port of call, right? And what do you mean in danger?
Well, it seems they are planning assassinations, or an assassination. It would be
So
a
the
good
person?
target.
They would be a good target.
It would not be the first time.
Why would they be a good target?
Because they tried before. And it did not work. It's how I got this sword. And
Well-
my freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I might be in danger in Mirth.
Can we disguise you?
I
Maybe
don't
put
know,
you
I'm
in
pretty
fancy
tall and I
clothes?
have blonde hair.
Well, but if you go into fancy clothes with like a turban or a wrap, then that'll
Oh god, you're gonna make
disguise
me
you.
talk to him. I nod towards Derek.
Well, I mean, it would definitely take away from your aesthetic.
What, you want me to make him a new set of clothes?
Why don't I just, if he needs a disguise, then perhaps.
I mean, for a price.
How much?
I do believe he is poor.
I am very poor.
Although we did just get a bunch of gems.
I'll give you the friends and family discount, 30 gold.
Oof. You drive hard bargain, 1 gold.
I just look at it and go, and where's the 29 other?
Why don't you just
Because at
take
this point
3
you're
of
not
the
talking
gems?
you're not talking with Derek. At this point you're talking with the Venetian tailor. That is a very different conversation.
It was donated to people in need.
I don't do donations.
I do. I have 1 gold.
Okay, well, if you want me to make you a disguise of some kind, then I will gladly do so for 30 gold.
I have 1 gold.
Come talk to me when you got 30.
How much are fancy clothes? Because I think 30's a fleece.
These are
I
not just
mean-
fancy clothes. These are being custom made. There's a
You know.
difference.
I could advertise Venetian tailor in Slavic sword, although that goes against disguise. That's not good. People
I mean,
will
all we
recognize
really
me by
need is a
nickname.
headpiece. And different clothes. No, we do need different clothes. Never mind.
I can always get my other clothes cleaned. They just have a lot of blood.
Clothes cleaned would be a good idea. You could make a turban out of your old clothes. Clean your good clothes. And then turbinate your these.
My old clothes have
Turbinate? You
My-
say turbinate his
my-
clothes?
my old clothes have turban.
Yeah.
Or my other clothes have turban.
Oh, then there you go. Let's just clean your clothing.
But if it's clothes that he's had for a while, would they not recognize that clothing? If you're trying to hide from people?
Well, it
Well-
depends on.
I never wore them. Except the very day when they were given to me.
Just saying that from experience, if people are looking for someone and it's known that they have multiple appearances, those appearances are known. So if you were given these clothes, I would assume that anyone that's looking for you knows you have those clothes. So if you want something different, I would suggest getting them custom made for 30 gold.
Okay. What if
So-
I pay you and you take
I-
25 and we just call this done?
So I just rolled a 20 on insight to see if Derek is trying to fleece Hakim.
Derek, roll me hidden persuasion or deception accordingly.
Can I just not roll it and say it's going to be at least a 21 so she can't match it?
You can certainly say that. There's something about this guy.
I know. You're gonna have to roll it.
You're going to
Because
use
she's
second wind
pretty
again?
sure. Yeah, she's pretty sure you're fleecing. Yeah. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. I'm not actually healing. I'm tactical mining. 22.
Hey, if Derek rolls bad, you barely beat it.
Do you want to
How
say
does it-
this or shall I?
Like, he can pick up that he's like, that she's staring him down, be like, I don't know. And he just looks at her and goes, I'm a tailor for nobility. 30 is cheap for my services.
Okay, well then, why don't we just go buy from someone in the bazaar? Because I think that's expensive.
I am former slave. 30 is more than I've had my whole life.
Sure. Go out into the streets and be a known associate of his buying him clothes.
To say it's for him,
I'll
I'll
risk
just
it.
go buy men's fancy clothes with a turban.
As you guys,
But
Getting exasperated as I just like start going through my money.
you want to go out to buy someone that just said he is tall.
So,
DM's pause. As the four of you marinate on the best way to disguise Hakim, I'm gonna hop over to Nicomund. Is there anything particular you'd like to do to help further the cause?
Barely literate Nicomund can't make heads or tails of any of this. It's not making sense. And in an exasperation, he's just going to get up and leave the room. Just try and go off in private, away from everyone else and away from their eyes. Can I find a room to do that where no one else is and I can be private?
Mm-hmm. As you storm out to the balcony, which happens to be a balcony, you open the first door and it turns into a balcony. There's a scent that hits you right in the face. Acrid, burning smoke. And a wave of heat just blasts over you as you realize the building next to Dunyazad is on fire. And there's something strange about it because instead of the other ones that you have become familiar with, where the guards are actively not trying to reduce the fire, these ones, they're trying to fight it. As if they aren't the ones who set this fire. There's something off about it, and your senses sort of, the hackles on the back of your neck raise as Puff Puff sort of comes into being right next to you in a puff of smoke.
Puff the magic
Well,
dragon.
that's not good.
Oh, I'm not muted.
Say that again? Fox?
Puff sort of comes up beside you in a little puff of smoke, and he says, ugh, that's not good. Why is he so big?
I'll say, what? What's in that building?
Can't tell you. Not allowed to. But I can say this. If you help with the fire, you're heading in the right direction. And there's a reward at the end.
Nicomund will open the door back inside, and he'll just yell out, fire! And then he'll vault the balcony. As long as it's not too high to the ground. And he'll run towards the fire.
Close enough. Yeah? How do you help with the fire?
So the guards are starting to
Fight it.
try and fight it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run up to one of the guards and go, are there people inside? What's happening?
I don't know. This is not supposed to happen. This was not one of the marked buildings. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Grab a bucket, quick. Get water, sand, anything. Put out the fire. It's gonna spread to the other houses.
If he had yelled
Move,
out,
man,
I would
move.
go run into.
Just trying to see what else I have. Is there is the whole building engulfed, or is it like just starting, or what's happening?
It is like it's a square house, sort of rectangular almost, and the building, like the side closest to Dunyazad, is the one like that's on fire. So like the whole wall on one side is sort of engulfed in flame, and it slowly starts to spread to the other side of the house.
All right, well, I'm gonna run around to the other side and kick in a door and see if anyone is in there. Any people are on the inside.
Okay. Go ahead and see. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw first from the smoke and all that, and then a perception check. At disadvantage, unless you have some way of blocking out the smoke from interfering with your sight.
That's a 15 on the Constitution saving throw. And
15.
Yep. And I'll burn a lucky to just get a straight roll on perception. That is a 13 on the perception.
Nicomund, this is not the first fiery building that you have fucking burst open into, actually. You know exactly what to cover, draw something over your nose and mouth, and keep your eyes just barely above the covering as you sort of try and see. And out in the corner, hiding and crouching behind what looks like a couch of sorts, a divan, is an elderly lady who just seems to have sort of like crouched, terrified and frozen at the sight of her house on fire. Around you, there are what looks like food and water sort of stacked up, and sort of bedrolls that are sort of shabby bedrolls that are sort of I don't want to say compiled, but collected together, and an entire wall dedicated to scrolls, books, and papers inside the house. Some of which has already caught fire.
Nicomund will run up to the old lady and grab her, pick her up. Is she injured at all? Or just...
She just
frozen in
seems
fear?
woozy from the flames. It's hard to tell if she has an injury. All the shit in your eyes.
All right, I'll run her outside, and as I'm running, I'll say, is there anyone else in the building? Are you the only one there?
That's my house. There's nobody else, just me. Please stop the fire. All those books.
Can I run out and start chucking water?
Yeah,
Like
you can start.
organize a chain line.
Yeah, how do you do it? Intimidation? You're ordering them, commanding them, presence? What?
I would drop my mask and intimidate,
Hell yeah.
which I think my mask gives me something.
Check your mask. As for the rest, you all heard Nicomund shout what he did. If there's any way you'd like to help or anything you'd like to do.
I would run out and join the bucket brigade. Just either hauling up buckets as quick as I can from a well, or trying to pick good spots to pour the buckets.
Gotcha. Roll me just like a general constitution save or ability check, whichever you want, to see. All of this is contributing to how much of the house is burning down, so.
13 con save.
13. Arian, have you managed to find your thing?
No.
Gotcha. Keep looking. In the meantime, what you got for me, Bard Boy? If anything.
Vicious
That would
mockery
be
of fire.
helpful.
You could inspire the people, rally them. I don't know.
Sing us a song
Creative.
while we put out the fire.
Not that kind of bard. Like, does it... Would this fire kind of feel like it was set by... just people?
You can investigate if you want. Perception, investigation, insight. Hell, fuck it, I'll give you insight.
Insight kind of feels more right, even though it's a worse roll. I can't tell shit.
Yeah. People are panicking. That's your insight. Your insight is that people are fucking panicking. The lady, she's definitely panicking. The guards are exhausted, slightly more panicky. Arian seems kind of angry. Well,
No, I can't find. I'm sure it gave me something, and I can't find the document to double check. Because why would
I
we
would
be
say
able
with
to
your
do that?
mask, you'll get advantage. Just take it, and we'll figure out the details later.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was it, but I haven't been able to find it, so. Can I re-roll that with my inspiration?
You certainly can.
One of them.
Just remember to mark it off.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Atta girl. All right.
So I'm gonna go off of My assumptions. While all this confusion's going on, I want to slip away down an alleyway and go see if I can track down that person I was talking to before. The one that I intimidated.
Like the perpetrator?
Mhm.
Okay. You do that, or you are single-handedly, with a little bit of help from Akeem in the Bucket Brigade, commanding like an entire crew, and you manage to get like the fire significantly put out. Fenric, if there's something that you want to do, contribute, let me know. Aryun has gone into like general mode.
I think he would try to grab some buckets and help get them into places maybe other people can't quite go. If there's like a smaller destroyed area or something. Otherwise,
Just give me dexterity save. Or something else.
Nope, you said dexterity, I'm doing dexterity.
If you're crawling into those nooks and crannies, you're gonna need it,
For a
okay.
whopping 8. It's
Oh,
like
buddy.
he is terrified at this point, like he is. This is definitely not in his happy place.
It is bringing back memories to you, for sure. As you're about to crawl into a certain space, you take 5 points of fire damage as something like falls on you and burns you a little bit.
I
Go ahead.
see Fenric behaving this way.
Is he trying to hide it?
I mean, this is probably like the apex of after spending the past, however long that it's been in the city and like avoiding the fires and stuff. I don't know how much Hakim's been picking up on it, but this is having to help with the fire. He's kind of broken a little bit, so he's just all right, bucket, and then just kind of mindlessly going at it. And then whenever he got burned, it would be kind of he got burned, but he didn't even notice it. He would just keep mechanically trying to put out the fire as best he can.
Almost dissociating. Sort of going into mechanical mode.
I have passive perception of 17, same for insight, as far as like, I haven't been looking for the behavior. I'm just curious if like, I've been picking up on it over time.
Yeah,
All right.
I'd say fairly easy to pick up. Yes, Nicomund?
Nicomund will turn around and go, Derek, come get the... And go... And Nicomund will just run back in and try to kind of scoop books into his bag. Books and scrolls. See if he can save them. As many as possible.
Okay. Give me... do you want to try strength? Or do you want to do dexterity for speed?
How about athletics?
I'll take it.
That is a 16 athletics.
Okay, that's a pass. All right. In a fairly decent amount of time, all of you are able to work together to put out the fire, throwing sand, water, whatever you can get your hands on. And it only seems to have reached like half the house is burnt, and the other half is still fairly okay. Aside from the old lady, you do notice that there were others in the building, sort of refugees, people who were sick that were able to get out because the old lady stayed behind to sort of make sure everybody got out. And your rescuing of her ensured nobody died in that particular house fire. As you sort of stand and look around at this smoldering husk, the guards exhausted next to you, all of you also covered in soot and smelling of smoke. Derek, nowhere to be seen, wandering down an alley, chasing after another figure, or trying to track down another figure. That's where we'll end our session for today. As we pick it up next week.
Nice.
Good job, everybody.
Right.
We're still alive. For now.
I just ran off on my own, so that's yet to be seen.
Right?
It's not a hostile city or anything. You'll be fine. Although,
I just
hopefully
went back
next
and made
session.
sure, like, we did take a long rest before this all happened. So I've actually
Yeah,
got,
you did.
I've got some ways to save my ass.
Hopefully. Hopefully next session we'll start your journey to Merv at some point. But first, the flyers. Yeah, that's all I got. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get our ad break going. So if you guys will join us on the other side of it, we'll find somebody to rate.
Azrael wants us to drink, ma'am.
All right. How's everybody actually feeling? Was that? Give me feedback. Let's go.
It was good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm liking where the direction's going, and I really love that, like, the background speech, the monologue thing with the lantern. That was really cool.
You did
That
like
was
it?
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
No,
super cool.
I thought that was awesome.
I love read alouds. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really good at emoting.
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
It lets me
You
use
are.
this.
You. Okay, that might
Yeah,
feel
like
a
whenever
little bit
I'm
better.
reading a
I don't
book
want
or
to bore you
something, I
guys.
tend to, I don't know, I tend to like video it in my head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like with that, it's like, yeah, no, I can definitely picture all of this going on.
I was
So no,
kind of worried
was
I
really
wasn't
cool.
adding enough details or whatever, kind of just reading off a page, but
Nah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
okay.
And I don't know, I don't want to feel like I'm just like throwing in like little Fenric blurbs here and there, just like, oh, Fenric's doing this now. He's doing
No,
this
that's
now.
good. That's good.
But
That's
You
exactly
were
what I
very
want you
quiet today.
guys to do. Yeah.
for the first like hour and a half after eating, and then I had I had a slice of key lime pie. I started going into a food coma. It's like I'm awake.
Stay
All right.
awake. Stay
We're
awake.
back from the ads.
Perfect.
You want to
All
outro?
right. Well, if you guys enjoyed our chaos as much as we enjoyed playing it, please give us a follow. It helps out greatly, and you'll get notified when we go live. Down below, you'll find links to our Discord, YouTube, as well as TikTok, Booties, Twitch, and Springer's Knives. Our Discord is free and open to everybody. We'd love to see you in there. If you want to just lurk and get announcements, that's fine too. Our YouTube, we put up replays of our sessions, usually 2 days after the fact, and we are getting into YouTube Shorts. On Azrael's TikTok, he does a variety of different videos for both, everything from long form to short form to some live stuff he's experimenting with. I think you guys would enjoy them pretty much, or pretty well. So I think you should go check those out. On Booty's Twitch, he streams a couple times a week, and he's always friendly and engaged with the chat. He's always great to hang out and chill with. So if you like him here, you'll like him over there too. And Springer's Knives. Our friend here, Springer here, makes knives on the side, and you can go on there and see what's available at the moment. I have one myself. It is fantastic. I love it, and he will work with you through the whole process, and you can customize it just how you want it. Today was our Empires of the Silk Road campaign. You'll find us back here this Wednesday for our Rise of the Everchosen. And then next week, we'll get back into our When Then Lands Rise as well. I believe that's everything I have for the moment. So back to you.
And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.